So one thing you've heard me say countless times at the channel, my fellow agents, is that countdown is by far the most efficient way to farm for loot in the game, and I did put out a beginner's guide on how to play about a year and a half ago. However, recently many of you have reached out to the channel asking what has changed in that game mode since it came out until today, wanting me to put together an updated version of that video, so that is exactly what I'm going to bring you. If you want to hear something funny, I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description down below. In my opinion, I sound exactly like Kermit the Frog. I mean, the second I start talking, all I picture is this.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
So for those of you out there that subbed to my channel from that video, I don't know what the hell you were thinking, but I do sincerely appreciate it. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about today is how to actually jump into Countdown, and you have two options. First of all, you have the option of simply opening up your map. You're going to scroll over to Matchmaking. You will then go down to Countdown, and then you can choose your difficulty. Now, in my opinion, I recommend choosing Challenging, because more often than not, you will find a group pretty quick, and not only that, it is much easier to clear than Heroic, because the entire point is to get to the very end when you're going to face the Hunters, and 9 times out of 10, you will be able to accomplish that on Challenging, which is exactly why I recommend it to new and returning players. Now, for those of you out there who would like to start your own countdown run, simply go to the helicopter at the base of operations. You are going to choose your countdown difficulty. You will then create Countdown. Now, once you've done that, you'll be taken to the following page, and there you will see a prompt in the bottom right hand corner, which will then take you to the countdown menu. At that point, you will choose your difficulty, find more agents, and as always, if you have any other questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, the other thing you need to pay attention to when you are starting Countdown is who is the leader. Even if you use matchmaking, the game may automatically make you the leader, which means that once you see there are 8 players in a group, everyone will be waiting on you to start this thing up, and to do that, all you do is go to your menu, you go over to social. Once you press that, you will see a prompt at the bottom that says Start Countdown. Press that and you are totally good to go. Now, the other very important detail I want to mention as we move on is that you have anywhere from 40 to 50 open spots in your backpack, because you want to make sure you are not going through your inventory in the middle of a countdown run. You want to be able to pick up the loot and keep moving. So as most of you know, there are 8 agents total in a countdown run, and they are divided into 2 groups of 4. Now, in my opinion, and please let me know what you think in the comment section, ideally all 8 agents are going to start at the same countermeasure. That way you are always moving through this game mode as a group, but if that doesn't take place, you're going to wind up meeting up at one of them anyway, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. Now, the first major change we're going to notice is that the initial hunters that you face at those countermeasures are not going to drop any loot. That is intentional, because unfortunately when this game mode came out, you would have people jump in, take out those 3 hunters, and then bail, leaving everyone else in the group high and dry. So what they've done is they've increased the amount of loot that you get at the very end, and we will talk about that in a moment. Now, once these countermeasures are cleared, the next thing you need to do as a group is clear 2 encounters in order to unlock the main objective. Now, one thing you will hear from a lot of agents out there is that you want to avoid the VIP encounter if possible, only because it takes longer to clear than the other ones. But my friends, if you are new and just returning and you're not sure where to go, simply open up your map and follow the rest of the group. Now, the other recommendation I have, and this is to anyone who really plays this game mode, is that you want to pay attention to the encounters, because unfortunately there are some times where people are just running around like crazy. They're not actually paying attention to what needs to be done, and that can have a major impact on the amount of time it takes to actually clear something. So be the hero, worry about the encounters, handle that. Do not worry about your kill count, because the main point is to get to the very end. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about the build that you choose to use, and while you have so many different options, the main point I need to get across in this video is that you do not want to use any skills that can murder the rest of your group. And the reason I say that is for those of you out there who may not know that if you go into this with an assault drone, assault turret, or let's say a stinger hive, when you face the hunters, they can hack those skills, and when that happens, they are pretty much going to take out you and the rest of your squad. You do not want to be that agent. And not only that, there may be some times where the group leader decides to check everyone's build before countdown even starts. If they see certain skills, they may give you the boot. So make sure you pay attention to those details. I know many agents out there use the riot foam, or let's say a sticky bomb. That's totally fine. And for those of you out there that may use a shield like I do, please make sure when you're playing you have situational awareness. Do not block the fire of the other agents, because when you have 8 people who are truly working together as a group, you are absolutely ripping through this content. You are getting a ton of loot in a very short amount of time, and in my opinion, there is nothing better in the game. Last but not least today, I want to make sure I remind all of you out there to not fire that flare for extraction until there are about 10 seconds left on the clock. The reason for that is because NPCs will continuously come down from the helicopter, and you will continue to get loot from them. That is going to do it for this video, my friends, and if I happen to miss any details you want to pass along to other players, please let me know in the comments section, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. On that note, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Get on that helo. You've got hunters incoming.
System malfunctioning. Agent down. System restored. Enemy is on the flank.
Story sees you. Helo inbound. Location only.
An agent is no longer in your group.
You kept the lights on. This entire region owes you a debt of gratitude that they can never repay. Thank you, Agent.